I've been doing push ups for 6 days, so obviously I'm a fitness expert now. I'm already out here saying things like progressive overload and hypertrophy, like I know what I'm talking about. But seriously, welcome back to day 6 of doing 100 push ups for 30 days so I can get stronger for advanced calisthenics and contortion tricks. So far, I'm pretty happy with my progress. My goal for this week was to stop doing regressions like knee push ups or incline push ups and just be able to do 100 regular push ups. That was the only goal I had. Probably gonna be refining my goals next week, but I think I've pretty much accomplished that. Today would be the second or third. I think today's the second day that I'm doing 100 regular push-ups, so I'm pretty happy with that. Hopefully, as the weeks progress, I'll be able to increase the volume of my sets. But for now, goal accomplished, and I'm looking forward to how things go on. So I got a comment the other day from someone who watched my videos saying that they would love to start doing 100 push-ups a day as their introduction to fitness, but they felt like it would be kind of boring and repetitive, and they get tired after the first 2 days. And that got me curious, so I asked them if this was their first time, like doing anything fitness related. And they said yes, this was the first time they were ever going to try working out in any sort of capacity. But they wanted something exciting, and doing push ups routinely like this, not for them. Now, this made no sense to me, and that's what I'm going to be talking about throughout this video. Beginner workouts should be boring. Today, while I work through these sets, we're going to be talking about the number one mistake almost every beginner makes in fitness, including me. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now to follow along to this 30-day journey. Now let's dive right into it. So what's the big mistake? It's thinking that a workout needs to be complicated or constantly changing for it to work. When you start getting into fitness, social media makes you feel like you need a new routine every single week. You see people doing push-ups while balancing on balls or combining 3 different exercises into one weird movement just to make it look cool for a clip. And I get why people post that. Doing a basic standard exercise for the 100th time isn't exactly flashy. But when you're starting out, chasing novelty tricks you into thinking that the basic repetitive training that you need as a beginner isn't enough. I fell into this trap big time when I first started training. I wanted the cool, flashy skills right away, and I got so impatient with the idea of having to do repetitive training that I ended up never actually learning anything. I would try to jump straight into harder positions before my body was even ready. And then I'd feel frustrated because my joints would feel stiff and I couldn't hold moves the way I expected to. It took me a while to realize beginner workouts should be a little boring. Mastery really is just doing the simple things over and over again until your body makes them feel easy. Once you accept that repetition is the whole point, it takes so much pressure off you. The parts of your body that you need to improve, your tendons, joints, and nervous system, don't care about being entertained. They just need clear and consistent practice. Doing simple things like standard push-ups, basic rows, or simple mobility holds might feel a little monotonous, but that repetition is actually what builds strength and keeps you from getting hurt. That's really why I'm doing 100 push-ups a day. It's simple, it's straightforward, and it builds that foundational upper body endurance I need for harder tricks down the line. Now, it's easy for me to sit here and tell you that basic, boring push-ups are gonna help you build a foundation for advanced tricks, but let me show you what I mean. When I talk about needing upper body strength and endurance for advanced calisthenics and contortion, I'm talking skills like a solid handstand press or holding a crow pose cleanly, or driving up into a deep bridge without my shoulders collapsing. Look what happens when you attempt a skill like a handstand or a chest stand. The moment your body gets tired, your form breaks down, your elbow flares, and suddenly you're putting all that stress directly onto your wrist or lower back, which is probably going to lead you to injury. That's where those boring push-ups come in. When you build raw capacity through basic repetitions, your shoulders aren't going to panic when you put your full body weight onto them. You actually have the strength to control the movement instead of just falling into it. You get my points. But that's enough talking for today. Let's wrap up these push-ups.
So one thing I've noticed is that it's gotten much easier to do these push-ups, which is kind of obvious, but I mean in the sense that it doesn't feel painful in between sets anymore. Like when I would reach my limits, let's say I do 5 push-ups and I'd be getting tired, I would be feeling it throughout my entire upper body. My arms would be aching, but like even when I know I'm reaching failure for a set, it doesn't hurt. It just feels like I'm going closer to failure. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm pretty happy with my progress. The week isn't even ended yet, so let's see how it goes.